Well folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ed, this is backroadhero, and this is a glorious e38 740i. Bought at auction for just under £5,000. We've spent a bit on it so far. We've got it running and driving. In fact, we got it starting on a regular basis on the button. So there is a full playlist on this. This is video number 6 on the car. If you just jump it in, you might want to get back and look at the old the playlists on this. Each of the cars have got their own playlist. So please hit the old channel button, look at playlists, and you'll be directed to everything here, from buying the car at auction through to getting it running reliably, upgrades that we're planning and all the rest of it. We're just going to do a little bit of a walk around on this one, let you know what we're going to do, what we've done already and how it's all progressing. A subtle restoration, some upgrades. We've got the car starting. Starting, that's a good point. It turned out to be the EWS or immobilizer as they're known on this, so there's a whole video about that one, recoding, etc, etc. But we got it running and working. It starts on the button now, and it's you've got to admit it's looking absolutely fabulous. So just got to do a little bit of a run round on the car, show you what we've done so far, just a little bit of an update, and what we're going to do. Apologies, the part 3 on the Apple CarPlay hasn't been published just yet. I'm waiting on one little part so that I can do a little bit of a test. Obviously this has never been done before. We've got touchscreen Apple CarPlay in this car using the existing 4x3 TV unit. Not without its own issues, because the input for the AV in is a mono signal. It's noticeable, should we say, when you're trying to play music that way. However, I found a way to get some stereo into it via a CD emulator and some hands-free and Bluetooth and all the rest of it anyway. And I've got the buttons working on the steering wheel. All great stuff. Anyway, thanks for sticking around so far. Do a little bit of a walk around the car. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. There's 25,000 views a month on this channel, and we've got 3,000 subscribers or thereabouts. So there's a lot of you guys that aren't actually hitting the button, subscribing and getting new content. I'm not going to inundate you. I'm running at about one video or update a week. And that's probably all about I can manage. The aviation industry has picked up somewhat, and I'm back flying my ass off. In fact, I'm off to Larnaca in Cyprus for the night, back tomorrow. Anyway, it sounds glamorous. It's 12 hours in a hotel and back again to the UK. Anyway, on with this one. Thanks for sticking by. I'm enjoying doing these, lots of fun, etc, etc, and I hope you are too. As I said, if you like the channel, want to subscribe for the future content in this, especially the Apple CarPlay upgrade. Oh, and we've started to retail little portable Apple CarPlay units. If you're like me and you've got multiple cars and you're swapping and changing and you don't have CarPlay in anything, bar one car, which is the Alfa Giulia, then it's really nice. You pair your phone to it once, you plug it into the lighter socket and tune your radio in. So thanks very much for tuning in, and let's get on with the video. Thank you. So here she is, gorgeous in this individual colour of romantic rot, or romantic red, or I think they even called it cherry red in the UK. Anyway, first thing, backroadhero. We've got the registration in there. I'm going to transfer that across to all of the project cars. Nuclear indicators, we did bi-xenon conversion kit on the headlamps, and I also did an LED conversion on the fog lamps. On the grills, we've got some gloss black intakes on the actual mesh, the grills themselves, and the original chrome surrounds on this. This is a shadow line car, so you'll not see any chrome trim in here. It's all painted and black. So to kind of match that, what I've done is I've just got a little sticker set. Okay, sacrilege if you're a BMW fan, but I'd kind of, the blue stood out. I suppose it's supposed to, but I converted that just to the black and white. Okay, forgive me, I know if you're a BMW purist. To match that then, subtleties, we did the black centres for the wheels. There were new tyres fitted all around on this one, so that's thankful that I don't have to do that. And my best so far is this little rubber strip. I've got some video on how we did that. I'll probably do that as a separate entity. But look at that all the way around. These things tend to perish and just makes all the difference doing the long conversion and all the way down. Left it a little bit long because they naturally shrink. Reattached this and did that. So round the back then we have got the rear lights. That's new. We've got the badge, and there was a little mark on this rear insert, so we've left the original park sensors. They converted across, but we've got some new black trim all around. It really is stunning. These are probably the nicest 7 Series that were ever produced. So, oh, there's a boot of stuff. So here we've got brakes, we've got discs, we've got pads, and we've got filters, the whole lot. We've got spark plugs. We have got a full new suspension set in here for the front, so that's going to keep me busy for a little while. There's an oil filter and all the rest of it. This is the little plastic trim that I spoke about. So a company in Poland called alternative-parts.eu/en. Must be the English version. About 70 euros for that, but I have to say really impressed with how this went in and the fit. So if you've got some dodgy trim around the outside, then that makes all the difference. In here we're still playing with the CarPlay unit. You'll see that the CD player is removed. It's effectively redundant now because of this that connects to into the original wiring. I have got the AV in running into, well, it's kind of a hybrid version at the minute, trying to get a solution for some better audio quality, which is the reason for the delay in the whole thing. So that's ongoing. Inside, let's have a little look and see what we're doing there. So inside she's looking just as well as she ever did. That cherry piping. We've got a little USB charger that comes from the CarPlay unit, and look, here's my little selector, but we don't need that anymore because this is now a touchscreen. However, and probably more reasons for the delay in the Part 3 installation is the simple fact that the resolution isn't absolutely great. So I'm looking to see if I can get a workaround on that. But what a cockpit, eh? Recharged the aircon, or just topped it up. It just needed a little top up, and it's working well now. Very few of the pixels are missing on the dash, but what a glorious place to be. I can't wait to get this to Germany on a little road trip and enjoy it, but everything works just as it should now. So there we go then, the Shorty 40 740i. It's a cracking car. So I've got to get busy getting that suspension in. I've got to get busy getting the disc brakes and the pads. They're not particularly bad, but they haven't been used, and so they're pitted. More so though that the handbrake isn't performing particularly well, and when it comes around to its next MOT, it's most likely that it won't actually pass. So I don't know if you know these. They've got separate brake shoes on these. It's a crazy one, operated by a separate mechanism, of course, completely independent. So that's it for now on the e38 update. Do catch me on the dog walk updates or the coffee walk updates, and we'll keep you informed what's happening else on the channel. I'll try and get one out of those in the next the few days. I try to do it the first week of each month. So there you go. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the old like button, leave a comment below, and all the rest of it. So thanks now. All the best. Bye bye.